My name is Amanda Larsen and I row for SPU.
Amanda, you just got back from the head of Lake Regatta, a long race.
Did.
How did racing go for you?
It went really well. We really showed what we could do today, and which we've been working on trying to show that every practice and every race so far this season, but I think we really pulled it together today and showed what we were capable of.
Head racing, there are staggers, single file line essentially, and 10-15 second staggers. You closed on Oregon almost immediately. Talk about your team start.
We really committed to going off the start quickly and going out aggressive and making sure that we got in the race as right from the beginning. That was something that last year we wanted to improve on and really put ourselves in the race right from the beginning, and I think we really delivered on that today.
You ended up with a third place finish. The top two were University of Washington boats, and you're in third. One of the crews that you defeated was Portland, a crew that American Lake had beaten you by 42 seconds on October 14th. Just talk about that, your improvement, or what led to that?
University of Portland is a really good opponent for us to face in these fall races, and I don't think we really showed up and performed like we should have at American Lake, and we were a little disappointed in that, and I think it really led to us working harder in practice these last couple weeks, and we're really proud of what we did today.
6 of the rowers, the 8 rowers in this current configuration of the Varsity 8, competed last year in the Head of Lake race as well, including you. This year's boat was was more than 4 minutes faster. What do you attribute the difference to?
I think we all did a pretty good job this summer of just taking our race at Dad Vales and really just keeping that in mind all summer, and as we've come back this year and really letting it motivate us to achieve what we want to achieve this year.
One of the great things about this year's race was it was event-free, incident-free. Last year, tell us what happened toward the end of this race.
So last year there was a boat that got caught on a buoy, and we got caught on them because they were kind of in the race pattern, and a lot of us were pretty new to fall racing at that point, so it was a little bit of a rough time, but yeah.
Great. Well, nice to go start to finish without any incidents like that.
Yeah.
The other great thing about today, the weather was fantastic. Low 50s, not much breeze. Last year, a little bit of snow flurries. It was in the 30s. Just talk about the differences in your makes.
One time it snows in Seattle is the day we ever raced last year. But we rode through it last year, and it was awesome just to see the difference this year. Really have the perfect weather going for us, so we can really just show what we have.
Last year you had 2 8s compete in this event. This year you have 3. The team is growing. Talk about the depth this team is.
I'm so excited about the team this year. We have a lot more rowers. We have a lot of talent coming up in the novices, and it's really going to make us all faster because everyone is pushing everyone to be better than what they thought they could be before, and the more people we have on the team, the better that is.
Well, while your crew avoided an incident, the second Varsity 8 was not so fortunate. They weren't able to start the race at their designated time due to a rigger breakage. You got to look at that. How frustrating is that when you're all ready to race and something like that happens?
It's frustrating when that happens, but I think it's one of those things that we got to take in stride and just really show up even when there's unfortunate events and disadvantages, and so I'm really proud of them for pushing through that and going in their new race. So.
Their new race was 2 hours later than their original schedule. How difficult is that to get your mind ready for a race and then have to sit for a bit and get ready for a whole different time?
I think that's one of the things that can distinguish good rowers from great rowers, is that can really throw off your mindset, and it can be really hard to kind of reset if there's bad weather or if something happens. So I think that's one of the things that we can use as a good goal to be great rowers, is just to be able to push through stuff like that.
Great. For those viewers who may not be familiar with head racing, people are most likely used to Olympic style racing where you're side by side with boats racing 2,000 meters. That's about 1.25 miles. This race is 3 miles. How much more difficult is that for you to row in this?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a lower rate, and so sometimes it can be a little bit easier to really gauge your pressure and stay on it the whole time at a slightly lower rate than full race pace, but it can be a little challenging sometimes just because of the length. But I think it's really good to try and work on pushing through that, and I think that really can help us be better rowers when it comes to 2K season.
Great. Well, Amanda, thanks so much. Congratulations on a great race today.
Thank you.